Hey folks, I am Techno Geek Reviews Productions, Mr. Blue, and today we are reviewing, by we, I mean me, are reviewing Punisher Season 1. Let's take a few moments of silence to honor veterans of the past in the 40s and the honorable soldiers of today. And always have my respect. Okay. I dragged on that minute intro a little bit too long for that moment of silence. Now I must say spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. This is the longest intro I've ever done. Let's get into this review. Marvel's Punisher Season 1. This show measures all the tones of the comic book Punisher into one cram-packed, well-done show, while making minor changes to it. I want to say overall, I enjoyed the series. I thought it's not perfect. The first 5 minutes is cleaning up with the mob rats of the last season of Season 2 of Daredevil. All around, I'm just going to say, spoilers, 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 spoilers. Please step out of this video if you have not seen it, this show. This review, if you have not seen this show. Let's begin with breaking down episode to episode. Episode 1 through 3 is basically the setup episodes, setup parts of the show to flesh out Billy Russo, Frank Castle, and Microchip. Billy being changed from a modern gangster to like a soldier type guy. And most of the series is basically spy espionage meets Rambo and Taxi Driver like episodes rolled into one great series. Episode 13 is just fan service. That's all I'm gonna say. It's fan service. It's for the fans, for Punisher fans. Episode 10 is we get it. We get it. Okay, we understand. Mainstream media, you don't like right-wing people, and the gun debate episode. It's about it all overall. That sums it up in a short, but I'm a reviewer, so I'm going to dig deeper. Let's begin with the plot. The Punisher finishes off the main big bads from Daredevil Season 2, not Wilson Fisk. He burns his symbol, he retires to be a construction worker until his fellow construction workers do corrupt stuff, and he does what he does best. He punishes them. He gets back in action, gets called a hipster Frank. That needs to be a meme now. But him and Micro butt heads for a few episodes. We learn the tragedy between the two. They connect because of the anti-government subplot, not subplot, main plot. There is a subplot of a blonde soldier slowly losing his mind that wraps up in episode 10, while follows on with the Billy Russo and Rowan subplot. No, they're not the subplot, they're the main plot. I'm mixing this up. And Billy Russo slowly becomes less likable with each episode in this series. And by the end of it, Rowan gets brutally killed. And when I mean brutally killed, this show is not for kids. This show is not PG. Do not let your kids watch this show. I'm 18, so I'm old enough to watch this show. But see, episode 1 and 2 of this show, Frank beats people to death, but it holds back more on it. Episode 13 is Billy going from an interesting character to a two-dimensional villain. And by the end of the season, I kind of hate him as a character and feel like he deserves what happens to him, even though it's kind of brutal. And that's, oh my god, the screams you hear in that scene, Jesus, just oh my god. But hey, we have our setup for Season 2. I think this season's more spy, thriller, espionage. Season 2 is probably going to be more horror with what Frank did to Billy, Jesus. well, if they use him for season 2, they could use a different villain out of Frank's Rogues Gallery, and then have him be more of an ominous present in the background. So the way what Frank did to him could be a setup for, it could be used for next season, or he could be an ominous villain for season 3. Oh, okay, so I'm recording this. Oh yeah, I already said. Brutally set up for. Sorry. Let me pause. Him, Frank, and Micro bond after both faking their deaths. Frank gets a Guardians of the Galaxy like deal, which is surprising considering what he does to Billy Russo, like Star-Lord, where the government gives him a free man out. It's all around a good show. The show is not for kids. I have to repeat that many times. It's not like Deadpool, the Deadpool movie, where it's fun. It's all like it's an American Pie movie where it's like haha funny stuff. This show will get brutal when it needs to get brutal. Though in this show I noticed 2 things that Punisher has similar to Logan. I noticed 2 things. How haunted he is by his family, and he keeps seeing them episode to episode, is very parallel to Logan in the Wolverine 2013 movie, which you could watch my review I did before of that. There is also an episode where Frank looks at himself in the mirror, very similar to Logan does in the Logan trailer. The overall theme of the show is the effect of war has on a soldier and a government conspiracy. We see in Frank, it's an addiction. For his friends, it's injustice. It's a sadistic pleasure for Billy. Frank, it's a life loss. And Micro, it's same thing. And Micro and Frank both get damaged by the government for simply doing their jobs. That's another. They both got tortured and hurt and killed, and bad stuff happening for simply doing their jobs, which is sad. It can happen to people in these days. And the flashback scenes where the mission was talked about in Daredevil season 2 in the courtroom scene, there is a reference to Daredevil season 2. We see that scene this season. His eyes in episode 3, when we see that flashback, one would think it'd be an overly patriotic America kind of music, but nope, it's not. It's from White Buffalo, which was also used in Sons of Anarchy. It's called "I Wish It Was True," and it's one of the saddest soldier songs that you hear as Frank goes in to save his battalion, of not being a good man but being turned into hitman for the government. Shows a different side of Frank from the Metallica song we heard in the trailer. It has great use of music in a different way from Luke Cage. Luke Cage, it sets the atmosphere, where in this show the music is used more to show the sadness behind Frank. And while it's also used when he's getting tortured as his crossroads between being between family and getting revenge. Overall, if this is the only season we give this show, I'm happy. It's a great season. I'm a little disappointed there was no Captain America reference. Didn't get a mention since he's the glory days of soldiers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Frank is the representation of today's heroic soldiers. Broken but a good man, and the fathers of today's soldier. Aside from a few nitpicks, the season was great and perfect time to release a week after Veterans Day. You soldiers have my respect, and I don't know if there are many people like me that do have respect for you, but nonetheless, you have my respect, and I give this show a 9.4 out of 10. Hey ladies and gentlemen, that was my review of Punisher Season 1. Hope you like it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe. What up?